Hi, I'm a child psychiatrist, parent, coach, and educator, and I'm also a mum. And I'm doing a series of videos which we're coming to the end of now, really thinking about how we get our kids to school in September. And of course, this week is the week that many schools are starting, maybe halfway through the week. And depending on where your child is at, you may already have been experiencing some difficulties with them. So this video is going to be all about what do I do if my child is just really struggling with the start back at school? Just a few things to think about and a few practical tips. If you do like my videos, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel or like my Facebook page. And also, I always have something very special for the people on my email list, an extra tip or a free video that I send out. So if you'd like to have that, please do subscribe. I'll put the link in the description. Otherwise, please do stay tuned, or I'll talk a bit about how you can support your child if they are really struggling to return to school. Now, I know many parents have been really worried about what the return to school is going to be like. And I think, especially if you've been wondering about your child maybe having something like ASD or ADHD and just thinking they've actually maybe done better at home, they've had more one to one time, maybe they haven't felt the pressure of school, now they're having to return. How do you actually get them to do it? So I think one of the things I always talk about to parents is if your child is really struggling, set them very small targets. So instead of thinking about it as a kind of this is going to be this many weeks until half term and all of that, literally just think about it in a very short time frame. Because usually when we're stressed, our time frames really shrink and we can't think about the weeks and months ahead, but we can think about today. So I think starting to think with your child, okay, we just need to get through today, okay? And then when we get through today, there's not going to be anything extra you have to do at home. We just need to kind of get through the school day, get home, think about what's going to help them with any kind of downtime, whether they might, I don't know, want to get in, like have a relaxing bath, for example, or call a friend, or call someone else who really helps them talk through things, or whether they just want to chat with you and debrief from the day. Maybe they don't want to debrief from the day. Maybe they want to go and do a bit of drawing or something. But kind of plan with them something positive when they come back, something that helps them feel better and kind of calm down, really, because it might be that that will help them get through the day if they know that time to kind of bring themselves down is coming at the end of the day. And that can happen, most kids start halfway through the week, don't they? So it can happen maybe for the first 3 days or 4 days or however long your child has in the first week. And once you get through that, plan something really great for the weekend, something they're going to enjoy, maybe seeing some friends or whatever it is that really makes them look forward to it. Because again, it will be just something that when they get through the week, it's there. Personally, I probably wouldn't attach it to actually attending school every day of the week. It's just something that is there as a positive thing that is going to be there regardless of what happens during the school week. Because I think it's important for your child, if they are worried about going back, if they're stressed, to have some positive things to look forward to. It doesn't have to be anything big and expensive, just something that they enjoy. It might be like a walk in their favourite place, for example, or going somewhere that they just really enjoy being. And it might be that this kind of very short time frame, instead of a day at a time, goes on for several weeks. Or maybe your child, once they've done the first week, will be able to start thinking about things more like a week at a time or a few days at a time. So it can be easier to kind of guide them through it. And also, when they've survived the first few days, really saying to them, well, look, you got through this day, you've done this, we can do it again, and you can kind of do it again. What helped you? What can we do that's the same? Was there anything that helped you get through those days that we can keep doing and adapt it into our routine or whatever it is that helps them, so that they know they can ask for what they need to get through the days. If you're trying different things and really you're just not getting anywhere, perhaps your child's got to a point where they're like, I'm just not going in, like, that's it, I'm not going into school, I don't want to be in there, it's just not happening. And I think this can especially happen if they do have any kind of difficulties, such as autistic spectrum disorder difficulties. Maybe they will just decide that they're not prepared to return to school. If you have been wondering about it already and now it's kind of become more serious, then absolutely get some help. Do not feel you have to deal with this on your own. if this is something that's come from the lockdown, whatever it is, whether it's anxiety, whether it is something like ASD, whether it's depression and they just don't feel motivated enough to get into school, for example, get the right support. Do not sit on it. We're expecting children to have some difficulties after what they've been through. Adults are having difficulties after what we've been through with the lockdown. It's been a very stressful time. Everything's kind of turned on its head, really. So it's completely okay to go and seek some support. Please do that. Don't ignore it. The quicker you get it, the more likely you're going to get the right support for your teen or for your child. And if you're not sure what to do, please do remember that for the older kids, especially sort of, 8 and upwards, the support kits that I've created will help you think about where you can take this next, how you can get professionals involved, and that kind of thing. And I'll put the link to those in my description. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I do post something every week, so please do subscribe or like my Facebook page, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.